Hello everyone, the Klaus here, and today guys I'm going to review a new Hero Factory set from the new wave of 2012 called Breakout, and today is going to be one of the 5 villains, and it's going to be one of the smallest. It's going to be Thornraxx. So here is his back, so of course which is smaller than the more pricey set, if I can say so. So you have, as you can see, the little shape of the Thornraxx head up there, of course the Lego Hero Factory done here, and of course Thornraxx in all its glory here. As you can see on the back you have his nest, or I don't really have the name, maybe it's called hive mind in English. Well, some parts, as you can see, Thornraxx is not the only one of its species, because you have many Thornraxx on the back, and of course you also have Bruise, which is her enemy. The age recommendation here and the set number, plus the fact that even if it's a villain, you will still have a hero core in this set, which will grant you 200 game points for the new Hero Factory web game. Then on the back you have a little picture showing you that this set works with ball joints and connectors. So for those who do not know action figures, Lego action figures, that's how it works. Then you have a close-up shot of a 1:1 picture scale of the Thornraxx head, and then how to fire his launcher, and of course a Thornraxx picture here. Another ad for the Hero Factory web game with some preliminary pictures that are not in the finished game, by the way. And the fact, of course, that the back can be opened and closed really easily, and it's quite useful to keep your parts. Then you have the instruction booklets right here, so with how to enter the code once again. Then you have like 17 steps, if I'm correct, which is a lot for this little set, but it's mostly one part by step, like always. Parts list, a little face-off between Thornraxx and his enemy, which is Breeze, like I mentioned earlier, and then the two of them together to form this commander model, which looks like that, and you can find the instruction on this web address. The win page, and that's all for the instruction booklet. So now let's dive in the new parts and new colors included into this set. So first one is going to be the new Thornraxx launcher part. So smaller with just one axle hole. You're going to have 2 of them. Then you have this piece of armor, which is in a new color because it wasn't released in orange before. So it's a 5, as you can see, type of armor. Well, armor type 5, more like that, so which come in orange. But you just have 1 in this set. So yes, it's a little not that great. And then you have also this part, which were first released in Wojo as his tusks. Here they come in black. So quite cool, 2 of them. And finally, there is a new mold. Is going to be the Thornraxx head, which is also used on the Black Phantom set, but here it's coming black. As you can see, there is a lot of details on the on the top of the head, and different type of texture used here and there. So it's a great head, and also it has 5 points of connection here, there, and there to link some bots hands if you want. Also, you have, as you can see, an axle hole and 2 parts to link the eyes, because of course the eyes are not molded in, it's another parts. And the other remaining new colors are on the body, which look like that, and as you can see, we have a new type of blue, which is more like greenish blue, as you can see, really light, quite cool. You have 4 connectors in this color and 2 bonds like that. Also, you can mention these connectors, which are, these bolts, which are new in these colors, but can also be found, for example, in Evo. And well, I think it's time to talk about the frame, because as you can see, unlike most of the characters in Hero Factory, it's not a frame made with a already made body frame, so with its 5 ball joints and stuff like that. No, here it's a little different, because we're going to use 2 of these parts, which are some waspy parts with 2 pinholes right there, and 3 ball joints here, and there. And as you can see, we're going to link 2 of them, so 1 here, 1 there, on a technique beam, which is here. Pretty simple to understand, I think. So on the rear section, we're going to use these 2 ball joints to link the wings later on, and this one to link the tail, if I can call this like that. On the front, these 2 ball joints will be useful to link the arms, and also the neck on the intermediate ball joint. So that said, I'm going to take the instruction booklet, and I'm going to begin to build this little guy, which can of course be compared to a mosquito. So first, I'm going maybe to link the tail. So going to use this right there, then a smaller and black armor here, and finally the spike at the end of this small armor, but this time in orange. And it will be linked. It's a little weird. So did I make a mistake? Excuse me, I'm just going to check something. No, okay, it seems okay. I think it was wrong, but no, it's put in the right place. So then let me just finish this. We're going to link maybe the wings first, which are made with some ghost wings from Bionicle. They will be linked like that. We're going to put the bones in this like that to cover the hole, in fact, if you want to know. Going then to put the launcher parts on this connector. Here. Then I'm going to put this part here, and finally the head on my web axle. So here we go. Then I'm going to link the another big armors on the side, like that. So as you will see later on, it will really limit the articulations and the range of movement, like that. Then I'm going to link two small black armors with some nice orange spike here and there. Then the Wojo's tusks, which would be useful to make some type of spikes or claws or whatever. So we can pose the model on just his tusk, as you can see why it's here. And now it's time to finish it with first the Zamor here and finally two orange hose pipes, which will be linked on the side of this connector and on the side of this one, like that. Going to link the second one, and then the model will be finished. Just like that. Going to put the instruction booklet on the side, and I'm going to do a little turnaround. So maybe first I'm going to pose the model like that. Excuse me, guys. Here you go. Turn around. Then I will talk about the articulation, of course. And I think we'll be done with Thornraxx then. So I hope you can see the wings because they're really transparent. So in terms of articulation, well, you will see it's quite limited. So first the arms and first the shoulders. So because there is two big armors right there, they will keep touching each other, as you can see, and keep blocking each other. So even if you try to turn the armor, then things get a little ugly, as you can see. So you can't really turn them the way you want, even if you can still move them a little on some sides. Then you have the shoulders, if I can say so, or the elbows, excuse me, the elbows, which can be turned up, but they're supposed to go like that. And they can be turned up to 90 degrees in this way. Then you have the arms, which are pretty free, and you have to know that the hose pipe doesn't limit the articulation, so it's alright. The same can be said for the second arm, obviously. Then you have the head, which can be turned a little like that here, and a little up and down, not that much once again. And the same can be said for the head itself, which can just be turned on the side. So do not really turn the head that much because it will look like that, which is not really that good. So yeah, the head is a little limited in terms of articulation, kind of like the shoulders. You have two ball joints for the wings, which you can turn the way you want, so it's quite cool. Except the fact that they are mostly used in this way to cover the whole of the body right here. Then you have the tail, which got like 1, 2, 3 ball joints. So you have two of them, which can just be turned like that. Oh, excuse me, guys, like that, here, and this one is 3. And I think that's all for the articulation. So let me just rest my arms. I'm going to put the model like that. And of course the hammer is falling off. Will it stand? Yeah, it will stand. So let me just do a little comparison size with, well, his enemy or her enemy. Well, it's a robot, so I guess it doesn't really have any sex. Well, more like gender, if I can say. Like that. And here we go with the comparison size if he wants to not fall down, by the way. And I think that will do the job. So now let's do a sum up about Thornraxx. So first you have the color scheme, which is pretty original because of its use of black and orange, but of course mostly because of the new type of light blue, which really looks good and which really adds to the overall color scheme. So the color scheme is really good. The only problem might be the dark gray part, which looks a little out of place, mostly the technique beam at the middle of the frame. But apart from that, it's all great, plus you have some nice color reminder between the red here and the red on the eyes. So overall it's pretty good except for the dark gray. Then you have the parts selection, and even if it seems that this set doesn't really have any new recolors or new parts, well, it's pretty good because you have 2 Ghost wings, which were just with in one set. You have, of course, the new head. You also have many black armors, like 3 big ones, which are pretty useful, 3 small ones, some nice orange armor, which are pretty exclusive to this set, like this one right there. 2 tusks, hose pipes. So yeah, overall, in terms of part selection, even if it's not tons of new parts or new colors, I think it's really pretty good. Plus you have this new light blue parts with 4 connectors and 2 buttons. So yeah, overall, great color selection for, well, great parts selection for this set, if you want my opinion. Then you have the construction, the building, which is pretty, of course, original because we're not going to use a normal Hero Factory body frame, but we're going to make our own with 2 Waspic parts with 3 ball joints and 2 hose pipe and 1 technique beam. And just because of that, it's really an original model, plus all the parts are put together, made this one really a cool model, original, and a little, well, not really a little, but well thought. You then have the articulations, which is one of the weak points of this set, because as you can see, most of the articulations are quite limited. So for example, the shoulders are really limited because you have 3 big armors, and the same can be said for the head. Plus, of course, it is not a 2-legged creature, it's just a mosquito with 2 arms, so you can't really pose the legs because there are none of them. So yeah, it's quite hard in terms of articulation. Not the best, if I can say so, but still, you can fire this thing and of course swoosh your model around because it's a mosquito, so of course it's supposed to fly, and I'm sure kids will have fun flying their Thornraxx around their room. Excuse me. And finally, you have the overall design, and the overall design, maybe except for the hole, which is at the middle of the body, is well done because it's a nice concept, and once again, it's well done, it's well thought, and you have something original which works out well. So of course, it's not perfect, it has some articulation problems, some people might just not like the design. In fact, if you do not like the mosquito aspect of Thornraxx, you will not like the set itself. That's all there is to say about that, but for those who are a little more open-minded about the set they want to buy, I think you might be surprised by Thornraxx. It's not the best set ever because, well, even if the construction is cool, it's not the best one I have ever seen in a Hero Factory set, but still, it's pretty original, it's quite well done, you have some nice new colors, and the color scheme is well put together. So overall, good set in my opinion. It still lacks the wow factor or the X factor to really be an excellent set or a must-buy of this wave, but still, if you already bought all the sets you want from this wave, maybe you can buy Thornraxx because it's not that bad. In fact, it's still pretty good, and I think you can give a chance to this set because, well, original, well thought, nice color scheme, and I think this will be all for this review, guys. So hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions or comments, well, feel free to post them. I will happily answer them and read them as usual. And that said, well, thank you for watching, have a nice day, and see you later for another video review. Bye bye!